And the Pacers start off with the ball. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Paul George is out there with Lewis. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Danny Granger. And it's Daniels in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is O'Neal. Rebound by Smith. Here's Jones. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Really not where we normally see Jones operate, but good for him to grow his comfort zone.
O'Neal, no good.
Well, and even though he couldn't get...
Oh, he got it!
Can you believe that?
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Giddey for the 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
George with the ball. Guarded now by Okoro. Granger right side. Rebound by Smith. Here's Chicago. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Okoro shot is off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside, George. O'Neal with it. And it's Buzelis picking him up. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Boosie. In the corner, Granger with it. Indiana again, missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Pacers trail by 12. Boosie, the pass to Daniels. Granger for the 3. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Let's go. And there's Buzelis on the assist by Smith.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now, here is O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And so athletic for a guy his size. O'Neal just glides to the basket with ease.
Pass to Jones. Fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Jones has got 5 now. Here's Boosie. Stolen by Okoro. Jones with it. George picks him up, and the shot is good.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. McGinnis, who's checked in for O'Neal. And it's Artest in for Danny Granger. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
a change here. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Pacers ball.
Pacers trail by 17. Halliburton right side. Here's Giddey. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And it's 8 points here for Josh Giddey. Pass to McGinnis. Will it go? Chicago grabs the miss. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And so it's Indiana with it. Here's Halliburton. The 3, good on the triple.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
And so it's Chicago with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Indiana Pacers 4, Chicago Bulls 23.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
We've got Buzelis. Josh Giddey is out there with Trey Jones. And it's Smith. And it's Okoro in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Shot on the wing, and he comes up with the deuce. Okoro's got 5 now.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels. Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey. The Pacers making a change here. Lewis is checked in.
Freddie Lewis.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Daniel. And it's blocked.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 18. Jones for 3. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots to a good start. Lewis dishes to Artest.
In the second quarter, 25-7.
Making use of the corner pocket, Halliburton, such an elite level offensive play.
Pass to Okoro from outside the arc. Another 3 for Chicago.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
And Okoro with the basket on the assist from Giddey.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Paul George, he's checked in for Halliburton.
Number 13, Paul George.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Hey team, with the new 11-year, $77 billion TV deal kicking in this season and tons of compelling teams, the NBA is in a great place. Commissioner Adam Silver said the NBA is in as strong as a position as it ever has been. Not just in my time as commissioner, he said, but in my over 3 decades at the league. Guys?
And that is saying something. Okay, thank you, Allie.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his 3-ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get more.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Paul George with the steal. Shoots it. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
And the layup's good off the glass. Artest's got 5.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. It's good from long range.
Just a terrific 3-pointer. The defense really had no answers.
Now Lewis. Outside, George. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Okoro wide open. He fires. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
This one for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
And you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
And McGinnis kicks to Artest. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. O'Neal's checked in for Daniels. Pascal Siakam comes in for McGinnis. And Person subbed in for Artest. A nice shot by Okoro.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Smith's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Bulls out front, running away with this one. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
At the end of the second quarter, 61-32 Chicago.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And guys, you know, Isaac Okoro has really been making it happen.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so in the game for the Pacers, Lewis is out there with Paul George. Then there's Danny Granger. Then there's Jermaine O'Neal, and it's Daniels in at center. Now, here's George. George double team, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
O'Neal passes to Lewis. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Lets it go from deep, and Okoro with the basket on the assist by Jones.
Well, they keep going to it, and he keeps delivering.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks. Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Smith, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, that's a shot a lot of defenses will live with. Tough to dominate with a steady diet of those.
O'Neal finds George. Back to O'Neal. Sweet little floater. O'Neal's got 8.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
A nice shot by Okoro.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going. And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. George with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal.
And George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. Measuring the shot before receiving the pass, you can't guard that. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Lewis outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Here's Okoro, and the Bulls another 3.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
That one falls. O'Neal's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Another 3 for Chicago.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assist.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Granger misses. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. 1:37 left to play in the third. To the middle. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
6'11", skilled, athletic. When Jermaine O'Neal puts it all together, we are going to see some monster games.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Granger misses. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Okoro, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Okoro's got 53.
Well, this is where Jones is at his best, distributing the basketball.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Now, here's George. 12 points for him. Here's O'Neal. Nobody near Granger. Granger can't get that one to fall. And the heave doesn't get to the rim. So it's the Pacers now. In the corner, George with it. A three-pointer off the mark. Smith with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Smith's got 11.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Chicago delivering the blowout. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game, and this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Smith is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Jones. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Okoro in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And those are two loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
And Okoro with the basket on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Artest, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline from 20 feet out, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Here's Artest, and the 3 off target. Artest's got 1 three-pointer tonight in 4 tries, and Giddey gets it to go.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Now, Giddey, after Ron Artest's three-pointer that didn't go.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Outside for George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
The Pacers making a switch here. Chicago calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Welcome to the court, your Chicago Waffle Bulls.
Fourth quarter. 109-61.
Pass to Lewis. Here's O'Neal. Here's Boosie in the corner. Daniels, 5 to shoot. And a basket by Boosie. Boosie's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
George is checked in for the Pacers.
Number 13, Paul George.
Jacks up a 3. That one misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the basket is good. Giddey's got 7 points for the quarter.
The defense did their job covering Giddey, but he rises high and ignores the coverage. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Granger drives in, and the slam dunk by Granger.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now George, after Isaac Okoro missing on that last three-pointer. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 7th assist in the game. It's good. Granger's got 9 points here in the second half.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Okoro. Hits it from three-point range.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Okoro. Following the score by Indiana. Buries the long-range jumper.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc. A key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
George passes to Granger. Connects from three-point range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Okoro. Another three for Chicago.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Now, that's where you like your shots to come from.
Lewis has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. And Okoro with the basket on the assist from Giddey.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Second team foul. At the line for the...
And here are the Bulls now. Pass to Giddey. Shoots the three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
And George gets it to go.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
O'Neal outside. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Isaac Okoro.
Wow, what a great game for the Chicago Bulls as they beat the Pacers of Indiana 139-83.